Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I got two of the same exact Champion digital hybrid open frame inverters. These things are pretty cool, and today I'm servicing both of them oil change spark plugs. I don't have the air filters on me, so we're going to wait on those, but it's pretty good. I checked them, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a service on both of these right here. Today we're putting Champion spark plugs in. I'll show you guys that in a minute, but without further ado, I got to start these bad boys up and warm them up. Each one has a remote start. I really like these remote starts. They're so cool. That one might be dead. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, each one has been warmed up nice and pretty. I'm going to show you a step-by-step on one of them, and then I'm just going to have some music playing over me doing the second repair. So, we're going to start right here. We got it warmed up. That's step one. We're going to take our nasty oil collection. We're going to put our funnel under it. Out and about, so I don't have all my fancy collection tools. But now what I like to do is you're going to take your 12 millimeter. I always use an extender. Now I'll remove this for 1 second. Reach in here. Give it a few twists to start it off. Be careful, that oil is hot. Remember, we just warmed this thing up. So now we're doing it by hand, just until it pops out. It's gonna be a little hot, so be careful. Don't say I didn't warn you. Use safety precautions if you're doing this. And I dropped the damn nut. That's fine. Let's take it to the car and wipe it up. Should have brought my dollar dish thing, you know what I mean? Now it's just draining out in the sand. It's going in here somewhat. Well, that's how you change the oil on this, just a 12 millimeter. Here, I'll show you on this one where it is, where that one's draining. It's right there. 12 millimeter. Okay guys, so without further ado, I'll get you guys over to the spark plug area. Actually, before we move on to the spark plug, I'm going to go ahead and change the oil on this, but I'll show you how to, like the bucket says, do it right. Instead of being on the ground like that. These generators are real light, you can lift them up. You always want to try to lift and elevate, that way for you can actually collect it properly. Because you really don't want oil going on the ground, so just like the Lowe's bucket says do it right. So I'm going to show you how we do it right. So we got it up on the bucket. Now we're just going to put our 12 mil on there. Give it a loosen. And that's all you really need it for, is just to loosen it up. Because now you just unscrew it by hand and it'll go all into the bucket. And then from the bucket you take it in the funnel and put it in your old oil to dispose of. And there we go. See, now I didn't drop that in the dirt. And also, it's draining out just fine. So now that why that one's draining, we'll go do the spark plug on the other one. So like I said, I'm switching to, I don't know what's in these ones on spark plugs right off the top of my dome. But we're going to switch to a Champion spark plug just because I'm out of NGK at the moment. So the spark plug holder is right here. Should be metal. These brands of Champions, as a matter of fact, a lot of Champions don't have the rubber. Oh, Jesus Christ. Get that off. Now, the spark plug that's in there is actually a 13th, 16th, but the spark plug I'm putting in is going to be a 5/8. So, you know what, this one we might have to use no extender. So no extender on it. Get it up in there. They make it where you're supposed to use those things they give you. Those weird flipping tools. So now it's like I got no space. But if I got it loose enough, I could undo it by hand the rest of the way. Want to be careful doing this too, because these spark plugs are super duper hot after you ran them to change the oil. So we're still draining a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to tell you guys too how much oil these take when we put the oil in, so you guys can get it right. You can also do it my way too, which is straight up just fill it until it's at the full line, but you got to do a lot of rechecking on that. But you know what? I show you guys how to do it my way. And there's our spark plug. So it actually had a generic brand spark plug in there. So from there, we're going into the Champion RC14YC. It's a really good spark plug. And because it has an R on it, that means this spark plug has a resistor too. So it should be a better plug for this machine all around. Remember, you go hand tight anytime you're doing spark plugs. You don't have to loosen it hand loosen like I did, but you always want to go in hand tight first. Then after that, once you get it all the way in there, oh wait, remember we switched sides. Once you get it all the way in there, you go in there and you just finish tightening it. Oh no shit, man, you gotta be fucking with me. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Well, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. You guys are probably wondering, what the hell am I talking about? Well, I'm going to show you what the hell I'm talking about here. I do not know what happened with that. I think I got an extra one of these too. So don't over tighten these ones. Maybe I was wrong about how good these ones are. Maybe they're caca. Or maybe it's that odd angle. Hang on, you guys are gonna see this. You guys gotta see this. Look, I broke the damn fucking spark plug. What the fuck? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Well, if you ever wanted to know about the flint or the little core that's inside, it's right there. That's a first. Never done that in my life. What the fuck? Well, I'm going to go ahead and put these spark plugs in, and then we'll get to putting oil in. Okay, guys, let's put the oil back in it. Now, these generators here, they take 0.6 of a quart. So a little over half a quart. So pretty much a half a quart. Half a quart of oil will fill these up. So you're going to unscrew this, and they're recommended 10W30. I'm putting 5W20 in them. I've been liking putting 5W20 in engines recently. No, it doesn't really make a difference because on the small engines, they just slap around. So it really doesn't matter what kind of oil you put in there. It's not like it's going through pipes into oil filters or anything like cars, you know, where you need to have a certain kind of oil. So if you got a straight 30 weight, that's fine. You got 10W30, that's fine. If you got 5W20, that's fine. So you unscrew the oil thing. And normally I'd have my little thingamabobber, but today we're straight up just using a funnel. You put your funnel in there. And you're going to pour some oil up in there. After a minute, stop. Because what you want to do is now you want to take your dipstick and you're going to screw it all the way back in to see where you're at on oil. Then you unscrew it. And you look. Okay, we still need some oil. Because you don't ever want to overfill it. And you definitely don't want to underfill it. Both are bad, but one's worse than the other. Guess which one's worse? Down in the comments. Yeah, a little more oil. Okay, there we go. It's coming up a little bit. So now we're going to check it. And we're going to screw it all the way down. You're going to pull it back out. That one's good. Just a little over the full iron, full mark. It's not going to hurt nothing. Another good way on these is up to the threads. You can put oil up to the threads. So now we're going to move on to the other one to put oil in it. We're going to do that one down there, down on the floor. You want a clean towel like I have so you don't get dirt or anything on your dipstick or on your oil funnel. And you definitely don't want to get oil on the machine. Funnel in, oil out. Remember, just a half a quart is all it needs. Gonna eyeball a little bit. We still need some more. Once you do this a long time, you'll know exactly how much you need. But I'll always check just to check. Just a little bit more. And right about there. And I can see it up to the threads there, so I'm 100% convinced that that's good. So now from there, we're gonna fire them both back up, let them run a minute, and close out the video. Okay guys, let's fire these both up, and then afterwards I'll talk about how much I made off of them for you guys. And how much I think you guys should be charging. So, generator number 1. so glad that there wasn't that big of a problem when I first came out here, because I was originally called out here because they weren't running right. And that's because the electronic chokes were still pushed in. Now I know it's probably supposed to do something and turn itself off, but they just weren't running right, and it sounded real bad on them. So I cleaned out the petcock on these. It has a little tiny thing you can pull out, clean out a little bit, real simple. But in reality, guys, I did 2 services out here today. I drove about 10 miles here. 10 miles out here on the dirt road. As you can see, it's all desert. I'll kind of show you guys a glimpse if you guys want to stay tuned afterwards. But I'm going to pretty much charge $140, $70 for this full service, $70 for this full service. That includes the air filters, which I ordered. So that's oil change, spark plug, air filters, a little bit of light tune-up work around the carburetor and the fuel area. So I think $70, that includes travel time too. I feel bad. I just kind of feel bad for this customer, so I'm not really going to charge travel time. Just 70 makes 140, and I think, you know, that about does it. Let me show you guys a little bit of the surrounding area real quick here. It's real beautiful out here in the Arizona desert. As you can see, it's all sand. Let's check this out. Nothing for miles and miles and miles and miles. So this is a good time to say, guys, on the screen right now, it's going to be some playlists, a generator playlist and a lawnmower playlist if you guys want to watch those. Also, there's a subscribe button on the screen. And I appreciate everybody for watching my videos. Thank you guys so much. Till next time, have a good one. See ya.